From Orange County, Great Park in beautiful Irvine, California, a sunny and hot one for this match between Orange County Soccer Club and Phoenix Rising FC. Hello, everybody. Ryan Sudol and Ross Davenport getting ready to bring you this USL Western Conference tilt between two teams, Ross, that find themselves towards the bottom of the Western Conference table, but with many games in hand, today is definitely a chance to pick up some necessary points.
Yep, Ryan, Phoenix going for their first ever 5-game unbeaten streak. Meanwhile, Orange County, a little inconsistent lately and trying to find that consistency as they go into the middle third of their season.
One of the guys we will be looking for on the Phoenix side of the ball, goalkeeper number 18, Josh Cohen, who has just been getting better as the weeks go by, giving up just 3 total goals in his last 3 performances. He has found some great form as of late.
Yep, we just saw that penalty save there from Dane Kelly last week against Reno, the first shutout in 23 games for Phoenix, and then that save of the week there from that blast from Darwin Espinal.
And for Orange County, different change in personnel as we have a couple suspensions, 2 key players in that OC midfield between Jerry Van Avike and Ami Pineda. You see the game early on against Timbers 2 started out very chippy, and then this incident that led to eventually 3 red cards being issued.
Yep, Jerry Van Avike there with the nasty tackle and then the shove and takedown on Lamar Batista. That resulted in a 3-game suspension. It was reduced from 5, and then Ami Pineda comes in here from the left side. Couple of kicks to the player on the ground and then a punch throw, and that gave him a 6-game suspension.
And the center official did not initially see the Ami Pineda punch and kicks, and you see the red cards first to Jerry Van Avike and then to Batista for Timbers 2, also getting suspension, not nearly as severe, but then retroactively after a conference with the other officials, you see here Ami Pineda shocked as he was getting ready to take a free kick at the death.
Yeah, free kick they actually scored from to tie the game. But obviously those 2 suspensions result in 2 changes for the Orange County lineup tonight. In comes Gustavo Villalobos, who has actually a couple of key goals recently, and then Richard Chaplow, the veteran English midfielder, comes in as well.
A few other guys stepping up top, Mulito Fernandez and also Dusan Stefanovic. We talked about Richard Chaplow a little bit. No stranger to a guy on the other side of the ball. Used to butt heads with Didier Drogba back when they were with Chelsea and Southampton, respectively. But also up top, got to be afraid a little bit of Omar Bravo and Sean Wright Phillips. Yep,
3 forwards that would be able to play in any league in the world. At the back, we got a new addition in June, Abdou Dia, who's played very well on the left back for Phoenix, and then comes into the center back position tonight.
And it is going to be a fun one out in California. Orange County SC and Phoenix Rising FC kick off in just a few moments.
We built the USL into the largest Division II professional soccer league in the world. And now the time has come to announce USL Division III, America's professional 3rd Division league, completing the U.S. pro soccer landscape. It's time for your town, your team, your game. D3 will fuel local pride and local passion, creating a new legacy for the beautiful game and inspiring its tribal following across the country. This is professional soccer, built on a disciplined financial model and operational excellence, featuring exciting venues to thrill fans in hungry new markets yearning for the game. USL Division III, professional, passionate, proven. Pro soccer starts here, coming in 2019. For more information, visit usld3.com.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars, innovative technology, and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
In the mid-80s here in Irvine, California. There you see the Great Park Balloon in the backdrop. And tonight, Orange County and Phoenix Rising getting ready to try and find some points as they both find themselves out of the playoff picture currently, but both teams with many games in hand. Ryan Sudol and Ross Davenport getting ready to bring you all the action for the next 90 minutes. It should be a fun one. There we see Phoenix Rising in their white kits with dark numerals, and on the other side of the ball, Orange County with their dark kits and orange numerals. Should be a very, very good game tonight after an 0-1 result against RSL Monarchs just about a month ago. Orange County have found themselves with 7 goals in the last 2 games. One of those, the draw we saw last week with Timbers 2, and then a few weeks ago, the 4-3 victory over Sounders 2 right here at Orange County Great Park.
There's a Phoenix coach, Patrice Carteron, initially suspended for tonight's game, but had that suspension rescinded and will take his spot on the bench.
You can see the stands start to fill in here in Irvine, California. 2 teams that have faced some very successful rebrands, both in Orange County SC and Phoenix Rising. Both of these teams seeing 2 of the largest, absolute largest growths as far as attendance, only averaging in the low thousands last season and up to the 6,000s and 7,000s for Phoenix Rising, and especially with some of the temperatures they have had. We've also seen Phoenix have to move some of their start times to 8 o'clock. And Ross pointing out to me a lot of Chelsea jerseys here in Irvine tonight at Orange County Great Park.
Yep, great to see Drogba fans out and about. Even as a visiting team, he's got that following from his Chelsea days.
And awaiting the whistle from the center referee, Malik Badawi, as we are underway. Orange County Great Park, OCSC and Phoenix Rising in a quick start. And that will be Charlie Lyon scooping up, but a foul whistled early on. I believe that was Peter Ramage coming up from his center back position to try and put some pressure on.
Yeah, interesting only pressure there. Keeper had to be ready.
And Phoenix Rising with the early possession. Cleared away by Josh Cohen. Featured him in the opening set. And a shot put on and just over the bar. And they will say, looks like that is offside.
Lito Fernandez almost thought he had an early Christmas present there. Found himself in wide open space, but it was just offside.
And here's the look, and Fernandez just going over the bar, but body length or 2 offside. And talked about him early on too. He's going to need to absolutely step up. And missing Jerry Van Avike and Ami Pineda. Right now, Orange County has had all the early chances as that one tracks out of play for a Phoenix throw. In for Drogba. Now Wright Phillips gets a touch to it and then cleared back up. Looks like that may have gone off the elbow of Drogba and then out of play for another Orange County throw. The typical feeling out of the midfields and defenders. You usually see this in the first 5 or 10 minutes and expected nothing different from this contest.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Phoenix come out. They're not known as a fast starting team. They did come out a little better last week against Phoenix. They're also not known for much possession. Less than 40% in many of their games, and they'll be looking to improve on that tonight.
Now Ramage tries the long lob pass down the side, looking for Omar Bravo, the all-time leading goal scorer for Chivas in Liga MX.
Early corner here for Phoenix. Orange County have had trouble dealing with set pieces over recent games. We'll see how they deal with this first corner here. Looks like Sean Wright Phillips is going to take it.
Sean Wright Phillips, brother Bradley, plays in Major League Soccer. They actually played on the same roster within the last couple of years as he swings that outswinger in. The header up and deflected away, out for another corner.
So Ramage was asking for a handball there. Got a good header on it, went wide, deflected off an OC player. Another corner for Sean Wright Phillips.
Chaplow, see there, up towards the near post again. The outswinger by Wright Phillips sends this one a little deeper and skips through the box, and that very close to a handball, but the official going to say that ball came to him, just went to brace himself, and it made contact right by his chest. That definitely one of those calls that could have gone either way.
Let's take another look at that. Yeah, arm was down in a natural position. I think the no call was the right one there.
Out for the throw, 4th minute of play as we see possession favoring Phoenix now before being headed away by Chaplow. Settled back by Ramage, tries to sneak one forward. As Chaplow will clear it from their third and sent back for Josh Cohen.
Good work tracking back there by defensive midfielder Miguel Tim.
Villalobos giving great pressure for Orange County, and Cohen maybe waited a step too late to try and clear that, and Orange County will go back on the offensive. Looking up for Fernandez yet again, and back to Cohen.
Yeah, Villalobos, one of these guys, scored twice in the last 2 games in for the suspension for the suspended players. He's going to want to make a mark tonight. Proves he belongs in this lineup.
And I'm sure Phoenix Rising very happy to be playing in Orange County today. Again, up in the 100 and teens in Phoenix right now at the time of kickoff. So thankfully in Irvine only in the mid-80s. Now Drogba up for Bravo and Wright Phillips. Great turn. Out wide, this for Matt Watson. Fighting for possession. Across the face of goal and safely headed away by Orange County. Now a chance, heavy touch by Sean Wright Phillips, and cleared back out, but Watson trying to sneak up and then drops it back for Cody Wakasa. And Phoenix will try to reset from their own half.
Good early possession from the visitors. Wright Phillips there with that heavy first touch. Took it away from a good chance, but here comes OC.
And now Villalobos up forward, has an opportunity. Left-footed shot deflects away. And that will be out for the first corner kick of the day for Orange County.
Just as we thought, this game will be a fast-paced, wide-open contest. Hasn't let us down so far.
If this game finishes a 0-0 draw, I would be extremely surprised. You can see the wind blowing slightly into the face of Dusan Stevanovic. He'll have the in-swinger. The wind could help favor this. Goes towards the near post, headed up, and Cohen not a problem. Able to scoop that up and keep this a scoreless game as we enter the 7th minute of play.
Yeah, poor corner there for Stevanovic. You got the height of a leader Fernandez to look for, and he instead found his chest.
Cohen telling his defenders to push up a little as he sends it back into the Orange County half. Fernandez trying to get in front of it, able to get a touch to it. Sent forward, Wright Phillips playing a very attacking position right now. Pressure coming from Bravo and cleared away by Charlie Lyon. Now a dangerous chance on the counter. Sent back for Orange County, and Julito Fernandez was right there. Carlos Alvarez, a guy that, Ross, we were talking about before the game that we're going to be keeping our eye on. Going to be looking to make an impact for Orange County today.
Yep, LAFC's first ever signing. Obviously going to be one part of that MLS roster once things get going. This is a chance for him to do so.
And into the box looking for Fernandez again with that early cross. Headed forward, Villalobos. Again, Villalobos scored the game-tying goal in stoppage time against Timbers 2 after a monster free kick from about 48 yards out. That was the result of that suspension. This cross near post and safely headed back away. Orange County still giving chase. It will be their throw. Now the cross again, looking far post. Nobody in the box to receive it. Roy Muse scored on a penalty last week for Orange County. Sent forward. A little bit of contact. Now they will switch the play to the further side of the field and again get some time to reset, take a quick breather. Still scoreless. Now Chaplow tries to whip one in, headed back. Back to the far side of the field, and fans, stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern on SiriusXM FC Channel 85. Also, don't forget SiriusXM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Phoenix trying to get back on the offensive, and they do. Looking far post, trying to find either Bravo or Drogba. Instead, it will be a goal kick for Charlie Lyon and OC.
Yeah, Phoenix, despite all this early possession, 65% or so, Drogba hasn't been much involved in this first 9 minutes. Looking to get those high balls to him to settle down and distribute to the likes of Bravo and Wright Phillips coming up from behind.
Again, important to note that Didier Drogba has not yet lost with Phoenix Rising. One win in his first game, a debut in which he scored a goal, and then 3 draws consecutively, so a 4-game lossless streak. Phoenix on the road will be looking to pick up 3 points and try and vault themselves into a playoff position. And Orange County, again, only coming into their 11th match tonight, looks at the bottom of the USL Western Conference table, but still plenty of games to make up and potentially 20-plus points to be had with the rest of their schedule.
Yeah, we talked to Logan Paws a little bit about those games in hand, and as he said, they're not wins in the book until you actually win those games. And this is one of those games that you'd love to get those 3 points in the bank.
Little bit of contact in the Orange County attacking half as player went down, and this referee has done very well. Malik Badawi has let these guys play, even though there have been some little bits of contact early on. And Fernandez cleared away by Peter Ramage. Coaching staff often refers to him as Rambo. And Alvarez drops back for Chaplow. And they will try to get a different look. A very intimidating front three that we talked about in pregame. Now Roy Muse. Up forward, booted away by Villalobos. And a throw in for Phoenix.
Things have definitely calmed down after those first few crazy minutes. Both teams seem to have settled into their formation now.
Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of good communication right now, just trying to get the ball forward and find an attacking spot after those first couple of attacking chances by Orange County. As you mentioned, Ross, the game has definitely settled down. And I'm sure probably some of that has to do with the heat, as fatigue is going to be a factor for sure in Irvine today. Now looking for the cross and a beautiful defensive slide to keep that out for a goal kick, but Victor Vasquez putting a little bit of pressure on that OC back line and setting up the Phoenix Rising corner kick.
Yeah, Vasquez can play in the midfield as well as at the back. He pushed forward more last week when they had a 3-man defense. You can see what he can do there with that good ball to the byline, produces a corner.
This will be an in-swinger for Sean Wright Phillips, curling towards the back post, and again safely booted away and skips through the box. Chaplow gets a foot to it and clears it away and out of OC's danger zone. Now Blair Gavin, former Timbers 2 player.
It's like Mamadou Dia might have moved from the left-hand side to the right-hand side at the moment.
Now an opportunity for Gavin to create. This one curling towards the far post and headed forward, and Charlie Lyon right there just trickles and bounces up into his belly, and OC will try and counter quickly. looking for that long through ball down the sideline. Fighting for it, and it will track out of play, and the throw-in awarded for Phoenix right near the corner flag.
It looks like Diaz settled back into that center back spot there. You get a little more freedom playing from that center back.
Now Phoenix trying to, again, create some space. Try and break through on that scoreboard right now. Possession just being traded outside the midfield circle. And since those first few OC chances, we've seen very few effective ones. Now Muse up for Alvarez. Nice little give and go down the near side. And a hard tackle, and they will award it. Peter Ramage going to get a quick talking to, but Carlos Alvarez going down. A very hard slide tackle. Looks like he might have got a piece of the ball, but we'll see on the follow through here. Alvarez just taken away.
Yeah, that was a little harsh on Ramage there. Probably didn't need to come in with such velocity, but he certainly did, and left Alvarez with a mark that he's going to feel tomorrow. That was a Rambo type tackle.
Well, and you saw he did make contact with the ball first, but the way his legs and body followed through Carlos Alvarez was not pretty. And now the guy that we had our spotlight on in number 10, Carlos Alvarez, is down on the pitch, and they'll have to be without him for just a few seconds as soon as he returns to play.
I think reckless was the word for that tackle. There wasn't much need for it other than coming in to say hello early in the contest. Take another look at it.
Again, you see the initial contact on the ball, but the follow through just completely taking Alvarez's legs out from underneath him.
Certainly taking his time to recover from this one, and I don't blame him.
And so he has moved outside of the touchline, and he is down, so a free kick opportunity. This is how Orange County scored their last goal in the dying moments against Portland Timbers 2. We'll see if they can be just as effective. Again, they didn't score a single goal from the run of play, as that's whipped in and headed out, but still kept in the box by Villalobos. Perhaps another chance for Orange County. Now the cross into the box, headed away safely. Still kept in. Now a little miscommunication. Phoenix able to get possession back and send it back towards midfield. Taken away from Bravo. And Muse still keeps Orange County on the front foot. Now they'll look to reset and again try and find some open space. That one looking for Lolito Fernandez, headed away by Ramage. Outside of that rough foul, he's had a pretty decent day at that center back position.
He's been a busy man so far. His main job is going to be to keep an eye on Lolito Fernandez, but you've got Stevanovic. Villalobos pushing up a little further than we thought he might so far.
A heavy touch by Fernandez. Back intended for Muse will give Phoenix the throw-in, and now being told to scoot back is Cody Wakasa. Tried to get as many extra yards on that throw as he could. Now back out wide. Crosses in, a dangerous chance, and an almost breaking through is Phoenix Rising. That one intended for Omar Bravo. And just a last-second save by Orange County helps put that one wide and out for a corner kick.
They start off with a great ball from Didier. And then Vasquez here with the cross from Bravo. Oh, good work there from Muse coming across from that left-back position to stop the chance for Bravo, excuse me.
And a beautiful cross. That's the second effective run we've seen by Vasquez to help set up an opportunity. Ball awarded back to Phoenix. Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Now Wakasa with the throw to Drogba. Down low for Watson. Low cross and dangerous opportunity. Wright Phillips taken down but blocked away. Some great chances for Phoenix Rising. Sean Wright Phillips pleading his case for a penalty kick, and now a quick counter. A possible chance for Orange County. That one skipped through in, and Josh Cohen able to pick it back up. And we get to talk to the coaches earlier in the week, and in talking with head coach Logan Paws and just kind of the youth of his squad, having that Drogba effect. You know, a lot of the players for both sides, not just Orange County, but also Phoenix, getting to take the field with a Mexican legend as well as a Ivory Coast legend in Didier Drogba and Omar Bravo. And it's one of those things that you almost have to get over psychologically, knowing that you grew up idolizing this guy and now he's taking you on one-on-one.
I know, it's crazy just imagining facing up against a guy you've idolized for years. But this Orange County team is almost a completely new side from last year. Then you've got 2 guys back, I think. It takes them a while to gel this season. They've got to find that consistent run.
In a lot of games, as we mentioned early on, Orange County only playing 10 matches so far. And between June 30th and July 29th to have 5 games. Just an absolutely brutal schedule, and it's only going to get hotter through these summer months. Obviously not nearly as hot as it's going to be and has been in Phoenix. Saw some pictures a few weeks ago of street signs melting and garbage cans just turning into liquid on the side of the road. So one can only imagine, even though it's 20 degrees colder, Phoenix has to be liking the quick break in temperature.
Oh, but it's a dry heat, Ryan. Even if it's 120. It's the dry heat, they say. But it's still very hot, yes.
And we have seen a few of that. Phoenix Rising changing their start times from your typical 7:30 to 8 o'clock to give the sun some time to set, just to get that little bit of cooling that comes with it. They have been taking plenty of hydration breaks in Phoenix as well, and obviously nobody wants to drink hot tea on the sidelines.
What's wrong with hot tea? There's 5 Englishmen on this Phoenix team.
I know one of Didier Drogba's old teammates at Chelsea, Joe Cole, now playing for USL side Tampa Bay Rowdies, actually prefers coffee before each match. The USL Game of the Week had a nice 2-hour rain delay when they decided to move their match to 8 o'clock. As there we see Matt Watson go down, has had some effective runs for Phoenix early on, and now a set-piece opportunity from a little over 40 yards out. And when you see Didier Drogba coming back to possibly stand over it, that's got to worry you a little bit if you're Charlie Lyon.
Yeah, when Didier wants the ball, he's going to get it. Interesting to see what they do here. You think they would utilize his height a little more on the end of this ball?
Now Malik Badawi having some words. The Orange County trying to set that wall back. See if Drogba tries to set this up. They just do a quick one and reset into the box, and again it's out. Wright Phillips and Chaplow with a nice takeaway. Nice English battle between the two. Now Bravo stepping over it, and Wright Phillips now with space to run. Out wide for Drogba. Cross towards the far post, headed and just off the bar. Over the head of Charlie Lyon and out for a goal kick, but a beautiful opportunity for Phoenix to take the lead. The score remains 0-0.
Yep, Drogba serving his class there. Nice ball through by Phillips. Drogba took his time, pinpoint cross. Bravo, not known for his headers, and clipped the top of the crossbar. Good chance.
Usually you would see Omar Bravo sending that cross potentially in to find the much taller Didier Drogba, but nice opportunity for Phoenix Rising to break through. Instead, they remain locked at 0 as we have a downed Orange County player.
And it's Alvarez again. He's still feeling the effect from that ramage tackle, perhaps.
That would be a huge loss for Orange County if they would have to sub Carlos Alvarez out. Have to imagine the center official is going to tell him not to make a meal of it, and now they're taking a quick little water break on the sideline as Alvarez is down.
Yeah, they don't want to lose him at this point. Second overall pick, 2013 by Chivas USA. Played for the Galaxy for a couple of years, and they need him with these two other midfielders out for a couple of games here.
And we see head coach Patrice Carteron having some words with his team. A 1-0-3 since taking over as head coach. Also, same time Drogba made his debut. And in getting a chance to talk to him this week also, he said they're a team that likes to possess the ball, and it's very hard for Orange County to score as long as Phoenix is holding on to the ball, so that's what they're going to try. But Orange County has had a few answers for some of this toughness. Again, with the roster that's as stacked as Phoenix Rising, Orange County has been very resilient in this first 25 minutes.
Don't want to give Logan Paws credit for wearing a full suit in the heat today. Alvarez still feeling it. It's like a calf problem, perhaps.
Looks like there might be a slight contusion just above his calf. Hopefully, if it is something that will keep him out of this game, that it's not something that lasts more than a week. Orange County already having to deal with some personnel losses. We mentioned Jerry Van Avike and Ami Pineda. So to lose Carlos Alvarez, as we mentioned, LAFC's first signing, that's going to be a huge loss if in fact he can't return. Up forward, Drogba. Trying to get the little flick to Sean Wright Phillips. It's taken back away by Orange County.
OC with those two defensive midfielders keeping very close tabs on both Sean Wright Phillips, Bravo, and Drogba, not giving him any time on the ball at all at the moment.
Now Villalobos, and that one intended for Roy Muse. Doesn't look like there's any subs currently getting ready to sub on for Alvarez, so hopefully little effect and he'll be able to recover. USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news and information by visiting www.uslsoccer.com and follow them on Twitter @USL. Cleared away by Phoenix. Settled back down by Alberto Navarro. And now Chaplow. Setting up Muse down the left wing. Fakes the early cross. Opportunity for the give and go with Villalobos. Now Muse trying to break through into the 18. Now Victor Pineda, former Chicago Fire Academy product. Looking for Villalobos and safely headed away and out for a corner kick for Orange County.
Good header away there by Cody Wakasa. He needed to be there. Villalobos was hiding right behind him.
And now we see Carlos Alvarez walking gingerly, and that does not bode well. At least not for the final portions of this game. Now with the in-swinger. Sent towards the far post, looking to get a head to it, and now Villalobos in the box, tries to get around one. A low cross, and Drogba fiercely boots that away away from the face of goal. Also letting out a primal scream after he did it.
Yeah, it looks like Monday 18 might already be on the field, actually. That header there, that ball there was aimed for him.
So Monday 18, the Nigerian, will come in Carlos Alvarez's stead in the midfield. So now Logan Paws having to do all sorts of personnel changes and adjustments, it's not going to make their schedule in July any easier.
It looks like Villalobos might come over onto the left side here. Although him and their team of Villalobos has been playing a free role pretty much all this game. It might continue here.
So that the first substitution of the game, and a strong charge in the back by a team, making his presence known early on. And again, a closer free kick as Drogba will stand over this one again. This one about 3 or 4 yards closer than the last effort. Now we see Orange County has leveled out the possession, and Drogba not happy, wanting an exact wall set.
Yeah, we had issues with this with the last free kick. Ref Badawi had to force the OC guys to get back 10, and they're not doing it again. They look like they're about 9.5 back at the moment.
And for some of the PRO referees, it's also got to be intimidating as Drogba tries to send it well over the wall, and he does, and out into the parking lot. And now he's going to have some words with Malik Badawi.
Yeah, Drogba picks up a late yellow card in the last game for having some issues with the referee, and he's not happy again today.
You have to imagine, we talked about the players having that Drogba effect and watching it. You have to imagine some of the referees also have to be a little starstruck when you have some of these players on the pitch that probably aren't saying the nicest things to you all the time.
No, you got these players that have played at that next level. They know how to work these refs. These USL officials might not be used to it right away.
Now Drogba bringing some pressure. Charging on Charlie Lyon. He's able to clear it out toward the sideline, and OC maybe with a break, but settled back for Josh Cohen. And safely scooped by Charlie Lyon.
Neither keepers had much to do early here. A couple of easy catches to get themselves settled in, but no toughies yet.
And the big switch for OC. Trying to get into the 18, dropped off and taken away by Victor Vasquez. Had some effective runs for Phoenix Rising, and right there you see also playing very effectively at left back.
Coach Carter would like to get Blair Gavin a little more involved here. I think we mentioned his name once tonight.
And as we have seen in the past few weeks, the 30th minute we will take a hydration break. Again, in, as we mentioned, the mid to high 80s here in Irvine, California. So the action will pause. I'll take this time to remind you, fans, you can stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern on SiriusXM FC Channel 85. Also, don't forget, SiriusXM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check USLsoccer.com for dates and times.
It's Military Appreciation Night tonight at the OC. Good to see some of the boys out watching the game tonight. Army, so we've got some Army personnel. Some potential recruits maybe.
Also very good to see the crowds coming out for soccer, and especially second division soccer in America, the sport spreading. Also, we had the Gold Cup today, the U.S. men's national team drawing with Panama 1-1. I see just a little powwow with head coach Patrice Carteron, and you see Drogba and Deanne Watson. Much needed water break.
Notice some of the Phoenix players wearing those cooling vests underneath their jerseys tonight. Using some of that technology to try and keep as cool as possible.
Once you get into the mid to high 80s with some of the humidity, especially in Southern California, obviously it can't be easy, as well as with the sun going down, wearing all black.
It's Monday 18. He's only 18. He'll be used to the heat being a product of the famous or infamous, depending how you look at it, Montverde Academy, an athletic program that produces some great athletes through the years.
Just outside of Orlando, which is the soccer center in the state of Florida. But Montverde is, so you see there's head coach Logan Paws
Looking a little Arsene Wenger-like tonight with that suit.
Over 250 appearances with the Chicago Fire. That was his only MLS club. Good to see them having some success, going from worst to first in the top of the table. Coach Paws has to be happy seeing his old club having some success with the additions of Dax McCarty and also Bastian Schweinsteiger. And now we're going to have a free kick from a very dangerous position. And right there we saw Victor Pineda almost get the quick restart to try and catch that back line of Phoenix Rising off, but just about 30 yards out or so, maybe 35, a chance to possibly put one on target for Orange County.
Yeah, but see, you found some space in front of that back four tonight with those low, quick passes, causing Phoenix some trouble. We'll see if they can produce something here.
Just waiting for the wall to be properly set. And they did score their first goal against Timbers 2 from a free kick, a little closer than where this one is.
Fancy a little chip ball in here, just somewhere around the penalty spot. Let these guys run onto it.
It is Stevanovic and Muse stepping over it, and it is that little chip and just finds the head of Drogba. Somewhat of a wasted opportunity for Orange County.
Yep, set pieces have not been great tonight. A couple of really decent corners from Phoenix, where OC, as you said, have had trouble covering the set pieces, but nothing great is coming from any of them.
Again, back to the far side, right in front of the fourth official. Orange County looking for an open lane. Unable to find it. Settles for Chaplow and Pineda. Pineda with a strong tackle, trying to dispossess Drogba. He does successfully. And now on a dead run, he is onside, and that is a team into the box. Tries to get a cross and just missing the head of Fernandez. And an opportunity for Orange County to go ahead. Sent out for a throw. They'll still have the throw in deep in their attacking third, but nice little change of pace for Orange County.
Cody Wakasa actually did really well there. He's given up 4 penalties on the season, Wakasa, and he had to be careful not to get too much contact on Mandia team. Just put him off enough to send him wide, forced the cross. And
it looks like they've actually said that went out behind the corner flag for a corner kick. Will be an outswinger. It's low into the box. A team tries to get to it. Looked like he was trying to draw a little bit of contact possibly. And a takedown, a clean foul, and now off to the races is Phoenix Rising. Bravo, nice back heel pass and a takedown and the foul whistled.
As you said earlier, Phoenix don't rely on possession. They do rely on that counter-attacking style, and that was a good chance there, but OC wisely with the takedown of Miguel team.
We'll see Drogba waiting for a game ball. You can see when he gets frustrated, he definitely makes his presence on the pitch known.
It must be hard to go from the level that he's played at. You know, while the quality of USL is certainly very good, it's not the Premier League. And as we said earlier, the officiating is not of the Premier League level. And he's been frustrated along with Omar Bravo. Bravo's on 4 yellow cards already this season.
And that's sent in and almost in! What a save by Charlie Lyon. Puts a paw up by the crossbar and just barely ushers it over and out for a corner kick. What a free kick attempt. And Drogba feels the same way we do. Wow.
There is that quality from Drogba. You know it's coming at some point. You know you're going to get it. Here it is. Almost looks like a floated free kick at first. And Lyon came off his line and then had to go back and retreat and tip it over.
And you see just the ease that he puts into the ball. It makes it look so simple. And setting up now Bravo. Taking the corner, a low cross into the box. There was some contact and nothing called, and just across the face of goal, and looks like Chaplow headed it away. Drogba with another beautiful setup and then finally cleared out by OC.
Drogba with the Rabona cross got the crowd going there. They appreciated that.
And into the box, and Charlie Lyon able to scoop that out of the air. Trying to get that quick counter for A-Team now. Back the middle to Chaplow. And had a little bit of a lull in the action for a few minutes, and then some very, very high-paced action.
Said, you know, at some point you're going to see Drogba being Drogba, and you saw 2 instances of it there in the space of 60 seconds.
And you've also seen guys like Chaplow and Drogba. We mentioned Joe Cole earlier. When they're having fun in this league, you can tell they're still very passionate about the game. There's a lot of criticism as far as Premier League players coming over and playing in MLS and USL, but you can tell they still love the game and still have a lot to provide American audiences. The A-Team taken down. Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, be sure to visit NikeSoccer.com. And as we get to the waning moments of the first half, those of you just joining us, we appreciate you spending your Saturday evening with us. Ryan Sudol and Ross Davenport will have updated USL standings as well as the upcoming schedule for both of these teams. It will be a tough one. We mentioned many games in hand, and for some of these more southern teams, a lot of games in the hot month of July. Now Chaplow back out wide. This one cross in the middle, trying to find Fernandez, and Chaplow fighting for it, trying to get an effort off, and settled back down. Muse looking for A-Team in the corner. Touched out by Phoenix, a throw for Muse and Orange County.
Cody Wakasa didn't agree with the call there. A couple of poor giveaways there just previously. He's got to be careful.
Now Victor Pineda. That one curling end. Couldn't get the right rotation on the ball. That will track out for a corner, or a goal kick, excuse me, for Phoenix Rising.
Looking at the trees and the flags, looks like the wind's gusting pretty well out there. There's been a couple of deep balls that have been way off target. You have to wonder if the wind's having a slight effect.
And you can also hear it on the on-field mics, picking up a little bit. Now Drogba lines up a shot, little half volley, diving to his left. Charlie Lyon being put to the test these last 5 or 6 minutes. And again, Didier Drogba not making it easy for him.
Yeah, that wasn't the best of context there from Drogba, but Lyon had to go down well for that low bouncing ball. It could have got away very easily and resulted in a second chance for Phoenix. As a keeper, that's the ones you don't want to see, those ones that bounce right in front of you.
Now Fernandez. The USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news and information by visiting www.uslsoccer.com, and be sure to follow them on Twitter at USL. And in looking and your reflections on the first half, Ross, I mean, we featured Josh Cohen, who's been slightly tested, but Charlie Lyon has shown to be the stronger of the two keepers so far. Been a very, very strong game. As here we see that last effort from Drogba, left-footed, and that little half volley to try and put it to the far post, but Lyon has been all over it today.
Yeah, as we said before the game, Lyon needs to get his game back going again after giving up 7 goals in the last 2 games. And tonight, Phoenix haven't had too many high-quality chances, but the ones they've had, Lyon's dealt with them nicely.
Also, one of the things that head coach Logan Paws mentioned in his conference call earlier in the week is of the last 9 goals that Orange County has given up, only 7 of them have all happened from set pieces or penalty kicks. So as far as the run of play is concerned, Charlie Lyon has been fantastic. So that back line for Orange County going to be very careful not to give up anything in dangerous striking distance.
As a keeper myself, one of the most important things with the set pieces is the communication from the goalie, getting that wall set up, making sure the markers are covering their players. He's still only young at 25. At this level, he's got time to learn that those communication skills.
Sent forward, tries to get a quick turn. Instead, offside is whistled. Seen a few of those from the Orange County side early on. 3 for Orange County and just 1 offside call for Phoenix. As this game has progressed, Orange County has now gotten a little bit higher in the possession number at 58% to 42. But Ross, as you know, in watching all your years of football and soccer, that it's not always the team that wins possession that wins the match.
No, yeah, whether you have all those chances, have all that possession, if you're not doing anything with it, it's pointless. Phoenix is one of those teams that even if they're surviving around 35–40% possession, they'll still create chances, especially with those 3 up top.
Joe Franco with the throw, playing right back for Orange County. Now Chaplow trying to give some fits to Matt Watson. And the center referee holds up 4 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. So still plenty of time in those 2 Carlos Alvarez takedowns, the initial tackle, and then also his second issue. We didn't see exactly what happened that put Carlos Alvarez down to the pitch the second time, but definitely some extended minutes. And even with no score and only the 1 substitution, 4 minutes still added in the first half.
Yeah, Logan Pauls has to be concerned here. We say he lost 2 key midfielders with the suspensions, and now Alvarez out. Looking a little lost in the middle here. Might have to make some changes here at halftime or soon after. Although we said he's already used 1 change, so we can't get too sub-happy.
Again, in this heat, fatigue definitely going to settle in. Would be surprised to not see all 3 subs used for both teams today. Just missing in that one. Drogba tries to flick it back over his head and line up another shot, but Phoenix able to keep possession. They send it back to midfield, just inside the midfield circle, and that is Peter Ramage.
Yeah, Patrice Carter is not afraid to make changes at the half. He made 2 last week, bringing on Bravo and Areola. Bravo's obviously on the field at the moment, Areola on the bench. We'll see if he does the same again this week.
Now Wakasa trying to line one up. Lyon right there, and almost a sitter for Drogba, but cleared off the line. Orange County almost giving the first goal up.
Yeah, nice crossing by Wakasa, and Drogba almost looks like he wasn't ready for that ball to come back. He didn't think it was going to come back to him. He thought it was going to go out for a goal kick. There's good positioning there by the OC defender, however.
And Oscar Sorto, the Los Angeles, California native, and we see Charlie Lyon again tested in these last few minutes, and you see Drogba showing a little respect to the young keeper.
I think Sean Wright Phillips might have hurt himself on this strike. It was a good save, good low strike from Wright Phillips. Held his groin after it, and he's limping around now.
We'll at least have the 15-minute halftime break to possibly get a little bit of trainer assistance on that. You did see him jogging a little gingerly.
It's not as easy to walk those things off when you're his age.
We still have just about 90 seconds remaining in the first half. And Phoenix, even though they are not leading in possession, they are definitely leading in chances right now. And you can hear the wind picking up here in Irvine. Chaplow settles it down. Back out wide now, looking for, has Fernandez and A-team, and into the wind, and Josh Cohen able to jump and beat Fernandez to the ball. And Juanito Fernandez almost with an opportunity to take a lead. First impressions in this first half, you'd have to give the advantage to Phoenix Rising just on the opportunities we've seen from Sean Wright-Phillips and Didier Drogba alone. But again, at 0-0, you cannot tell that just from the scoreline, as Orange County has put some good fight in this first 45.
Yeah, I think Orange County's probably, you can see Chaplow getting forward here a bit. You got Chaplow and Pineda sitting back, but then you got A-teams, Stevanovic and Villalobos sitting up high. You're missing that connecting piece in the middle. Hopefully they can find at the break. See Chaplow again sitting a little further forward now.
And chested down. One last opportunity for Orange County. Miscommunication with Villalobos, and it might lead to one last opportunity for Phoenix Rising. It is Bravo, Wright-Phillips, and Drogba. Now the cross, looking for Drogba. That bounces. Set forward, and with OC winning possession, that is how we will end the first half. Orange County Soccer Club 0, Phoenix Rising FC 0. Again, a lot of chances towards the end. We saw a few in the opening minutes, Ross, but then we took a little bit of a break, and then again, the opportunities by Phoenix Rising. We'll have those highlights for you and stats in just a moment. You are watching USL Western Conference action.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it. First impression. My way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars. Innovative technology and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
Welcome back. Halftime at Orange County Great Park between Orange County SC and Phoenix Rising FC. Ryan Sudol and Ross Davenport taking this break with you right now. A hot one, as we mentioned, in Great Park. And again, with the stats and some of the opportunities we saw, Orange County and SC, Orange County and Phoenix Rising right now just deadlocked on the scoreboard. But as we see here, uneven on the stats. Yeah,
but as you said, Phoenix struggle with that possession stat, but leading with 7 shots to 2. That's really telling. Some of those chances, not the greatest of quality, but they forced Lyon into getting some work.
As we see Orange County leading in possession, 58% to 42%. The 2 shots, none of them on target. We saw the one early on by Julito Fernandez. That in the first few minutes that went over the bar and almost completely caught us off guard. And then most of those 7 shots coming towards the conclusion of the first half, where we saw Didier Drogba put about a 45-yard free kick just about on target that Charlie Lyon was able to put his hand up and just knock over the bar. And that is the story of the first half. And corners were 4-2 in favor of Phoenix Rising. And again, even though Orange County has been susceptible to the set piece in the previous weeks, today Charlie Lyon's done a great job, as has the back line for Orange County. And with that, we will break. You see the Great Park Balloon. We will have highlights and standings and upcoming schedules for you in just a few minutes. You are watching Orange County SC and Phoenix Rising FC.
We built the USL into the largest Division II professional soccer league in the world. And now the time has come to announce USL Division III, America's professional third division league, completing the U.S. pro soccer landscape. It's time for your town, your team, your game. D3 will fuel local pride and local passion, creating a new legacy for the beautiful game and inspiring its tribal following across the country. This is professional soccer, built on a disciplined financial model and operational excellence, featuring exciting venues to thrill fans, in hungry new markets yearning for the game. USL Division III, professional, passionate, proven. Pro soccer starts here, coming in 2019. For more information, visit usld3.com.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The 2017 USL season already has been one for the record books, with major new names including Phoenix Rising FC's Didier Drogba and Omar Bravo, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies' Marcel Schaefer adding to the excitement as the league continues to raise the level on and off the field.
United Soccer League, Oklahoma City Energy taking on the Sacramento Republic FC. You make the top play, we will find you. Check out Miguel Gonzalez.
Pittsburgh Riverhounds versus Toronto FC. Victor Sudo drills the rocket upper right corner. This is the only goal in the game. Riverhounds win at 1-0.
San Antonio FC and the Tulsa Roughnecks. 4th-minute scoreless game. Chris Turpak in the box falls down, doesn't prevent him from scoring.
This is from USL. FC Cincinnati made some news earlier in the week as they made it to the next round of the U.S. Open Cup. And how about this goal by Andrew Weidman? He does all the heavy lifting. Boom, boom, boom. Smack. Game ends 2-2 against Charleston Battery.
Rowdy's taking on the Richmond Kickers.
Oh!
Rowdy's cross, header blocked. DeShorn Brown. Look at DeShorn in great position, finishing with the scissor kick.
The thrilling action on the field has been seen by record levels of support in the stands. New facilities like those in Rio Grande Valley and Phoenix have welcomed fans to new, exciting eras for both clubs, while fervent support for clubs like the Richmond Kickers, Tampa Bay Rowdies, San Antonio FC, Louisville City FC, and Sacramento Republic FC has put the league on course for total attendance of more than 2 million this season, a historic high. Sacramento has been at the forefront of the Rising competition too, with Republic FC's victory against Real Salt Lake sending the side into the round of 16 in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup for the first time. Ottawa Fury FC's arrival in the USL has been marked by a remarkable victory against Toronto FC in front of a passionate crowd at TD Place in the Canadian Championship, while the second highest crowd in Open Cup history, 32,287 fans, saw FC Cincinnati earn a thrilling penalty shootout victory against the Chicago Fire to advance to the quarterfinals. As the season reaches its halfway point, the USL has never been stronger. We built the USL into the largest Division II professional soccer league in the world. And now the time has come to announce USL Division III, America's professional third division league, completing the U.S. pro soccer landscape. It's time for your town, your team, your game. D3 will fuel local pride and local passion, creating a new legacy for the beautiful game and inspiring its tribal following across the country. This is professional soccer, built on a disciplined financial model and operational excellence, featuring exciting venues to thrill fans in hungry new markets yearning for the game. USL Division III, professional, passionate, proven. Pro soccer starts here, coming in 2019. For more information, visit usld3.com.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars, innovative technology, and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
Welcome back to Orange County Great Park in Irvine, California, where you see some of the halftime entertainment going on. The first half also very entertaining in and of itself. Ryan Sudol and Ross Davenport getting ready to set you up for the second half. But before we do that, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half.
Because
early on,
one of the space
in
the midfield,
first shots,
the team that has the most possession,
they're just over the bar. That was the first effort by Wilito Fernandez, and then a few other opportunities. That one coming off of Blair Gavin, one of his few shots in the first half, and a couple opportunities for Sean Wright Phillips as well, and that one he lined up. And a nice opportunity there for Gustavo Villalobos. Coach Logan Paul is expecting a lot from him, and that one swung in from one of the four corner kicks for Phoenix Rising FC. And then here the tackle that essentially put Carlos Alvarez out of the game. He was able to return to action, but then went down again and had to leave in favor of Monday A-Team. And now an opportunity there. Roy Muse able to just boot it away. But Charlie Lyon has had to do so much work late in the first half. As we see now Matt Watson lining up a low cross and stepped away. And then Sean Wright Phillips wanting a call after lining that one up. And now Drogba towards the near post, and Bravo just heading it into the bar, as this is when Phoenix Rising started just peppering the goal and Charlie Lyon. And now the takedown we saw and the wasted opportunity eventually by OC. And then there it is, the Drogba shot that almost sneaks under the bar as Charlie Lyon gets his hand to it to help keep this a 0-0 deadlock. And then now we see Drogba with that little half volley and just the parry to his left. And that is the story of the first half. Also, this Phoenix opportunity, and Drogba, had he been running just a little bit faster, might have been able to put that one in. This game could easily be 3-0. But instead, we're locked at 0. Here is the upcoming schedule for Phoenix Rising. Colorado Springs Switchbacks, then at the Tulsa Roughnecks versus San Antonio at home, and then at LA Galaxy 2 and at RGV Toros. Again, just 5 games in a little over a month, so not a terribly strenuous schedule. And you see some of the game every Saturday there, but some of those times you see the schedule's changing. Those, I believe, are your Eastern Standard Time scores. And Now we look at Orange County's upcoming schedule, and this one also not the easiest. Back-to-back days with RGV Toros July 19th and 22nd, and Sounders 2 before that, and then Whitecaps 2 after that, and then August 2nd, LA Galaxy 2, another late game, but not necessarily the easiest schedule for either of these teams coming out.
No, I would say OC has the slightly easier schedule. RGV are playing a little better now after coming out the gate a little slowly, but yeah, especially for OC, this team with most of the new guys coming together, they're going to need more and more games to come together nicely.
And now we'll take a look at the updated Western Conference standings. Obviously, this coming into today. These are not yet totally up. And you see right now, Phoenix Rising just a point out of that last playoff spot with a few games in hand. Sacramento Republic and Colorado Springs Switchbacks playing the most games in the Western Conference, but still a chance to break through. A win tonight could put them up into the playoff spot.
Yep, Swope Park Rangers, after a slow start, losing finalists last year, have started to catch fire a little bit, winning 4 of the last 5 games. Again, the same thing with Sac Republic. They came out a little slow, but are playing a lot better of late.
And right now, nobody's showing any signs of trying to catch the RSL Monarchs as we look at the Eastern Conference standings. Team that's played the most games, the Tampa Bay Rowdies, getting back to their winning ways on the USL Game of the Week back on Thursday, but still plenty of teams bunched up from 5 to 10 there, with OCB up to Rochester. So a very, very tough schedule in the Eastern Conference as well coming up, and again, a very competitive Eastern Conference as well as the West. So the playoff scenario is starting to kind of take shape as we see some substitutions coming on for Phoenix Rising. That will be Eric Avila, the former Tampa Bay Rowdy. At the end of last season, he actually had a very nasty leg injury that had sidelined him before finally signing with Phoenix Rising. But that's a guy that scored a few goals last year with Tampa Bay and was able to create a lot as well. Very fast, good from the wing. Has made a few appearances with Phoenix this year, but a very exciting player coming from the original USL Orlando City incarnation a few years ago. Now Phoenix again going right to left on your screen to start. A nice first effort by Bravo and cleared away. And Phoenix in their all-white kits and Orange County in their black kits with orange highlights and orange numerals.
Yeah, it looks like Avila will slot into the Sean Wright Phillips position just at the top of the diamond, try and create a few more chances. Looked very lively earlier.
Well, it looks like that last effort from Sean Wright Phillips, as that is the substitution at halftime. And you had mentioned, Ross, that Sean Wright Phillips, after he took that long shot, looked like he was favoring his groin area, and that will put him out of the match. Now breaking through is Avila.
Yeah, Avila, a very capable replacement, plenty of MLS experience for Dallas, Toronto, Chivas. A fine replacement for SWP.
Also, we'll see Solomon Ubias in for Oscar Sorto at that right center back position for Orange County. And Oscar Sorto, we just called his name very last. He was the last clearance off the line that Drogba almost put in, and now trying to get ahead to it, punched away by Lyon, and finally cleared back away by Orange County. Now Chaplow, we'll see. Be sure to tune in next week. Another ESPNU game for USL, San Antonio FC and OKC Energy FC. And two very tough Western Conference opponents. And San Antonio also one of those teams that's seen tremendous fan growth after some of their previous iterations of pro soccer in the state of Texas at the lower division hadn't been successful. San Antonio proving everybody else wrong.
Mulito Fernandez coming up with a little bit of a limp there after a challenge with Mamadou Dia. See if he can run that off.
Now wing chance for Phoenix Rising. Trying to get it into the box and taken away. Again, just a miscommunication between he and Drogba. Give Orange County possession back. is Joe Franco. Yeah, right back. Up for Fernandez, tries to settle it down, taken back away. Blair Gavin, and haven't called his name a lot tonight, but in the midfield, that could be a good thing and a bad thing, especially if he is preventing people from making fantastic runs as he did right there and winning possession back for Phoenix Rising. Now Drogba trying to sneak one by Chaplow. The old EPL battle between the two veterans. Now Bravo looks for a little give and go. Contact just outside of the 18-yard box. Now sent forward for Orange County again. And with these new substitutions for both Orange County and Phoenix Rising, Ross, haven't really noticed a whole lot as far as a formation shift. If anything, it would probably just see, rather than having Eric Avila play more in the center for where Sean Wright Phillips was, he's typically more of a wing player and likes to bring it in from the side touchline. So that might be the only change that you'll see from Phoenix. But as far as the center back position switch with Sordo and Wabasi, and Phoenix with their first yellow card, it will be Miguel Tim, booked in the 50th minute.
Yeah, that's for a challenge from behind. A little silly. Not much in it, but referee wants to set that tone early in the second half. First card of the night.
Maybe one of those situations for Orange County where now you kind of want to attack Tim as Drogba is offside and the flag raised right away. But if they can maybe get into the head, maybe get a few little elbows by Victor Pinedo or Villalobos, possibly cause Miguel Tim to slip up and draw a second yellow card and give Orange County a man advantage.
It was a nice ball there from Avila. Found Drogba streaking through just offside. We didn't see much of that in the first half from the big man. It's encouraging.
And with just over 40 minutes to play, this game still locked at 0. Now Orange County, some controlled possession. They approach their attacking third, and it looks like formationally now Stevanovic is playing a little more of that midfield and that winger position, playing back a little further than he was in the first half. And fans, you can stay up to date with the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM FC Channel 85. Also, don't forget, Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Stevanovic drops back for Chaplow. And now Franco lets one dummy through. Stevanovic again, back to Chaplow. Now tries to get a cross in, curling far post and headed away safely. Pineda gets a head into one, and that goes off the jaw of Drogba as Phoenix will look to counter, and he is taken down, and that was a veteran move right there, trying to get the turn to go upfield and drawing the contact and the foul.
Yeah, we didn't hear much of Stevanovic in the first half. As you said, he looks like he's moved out a little wider against this four-man midfield diamond. The width is where you can get it.
Here you see Drogba just crossing his foot, and there was very little contact by Pineda.
I just wanted to rest.
Back forward and settled back by Alberto Navarro. And Charlie Lyon right now making a strong case for man of the match, and that could change with a goal from either side. We saw that highlight package at halftime where Charlie Lyon just had to do so much, and even though he's given up 6 goals in the last 2 matches, he has done fantastic work keeping the ball out of the back of the net today.
Cody Ocasa wanted a new ball. Didn't like the first one. Not enough air, apparently. So we're going to have a corner.
And that will skip out for our first corner of the second half. And it looks like it will be Didier Drogba standing over it. Wind blowing almost in his face and away from goal, and you see it gusting a little and actually changing direction. You can see the fans with their cell phones all a little awestruck. Drogba with the outswinger. Near post, headed out safely. Trying to be brought back in as Chaplow chests it down. Finds some space. Looking for that quick counter attack. Now Villalobos looking for Chaplow on the give and go, and Cohen just outside, has to clear it, couldn't pick it up.
Slight miscommunication there. Tim was coming back and wanted Cohen to come out for it, but Cohen was still way back in his 6-yard box, and it ended up going out for a throw. I mean, it could have been a lot worse than that.
Now Chaplow and Franco, as this one hangs up in the air. Cohen with the punch. And the takeaway by Phoenix, and again, a lot of contact with no whistle, and the miscommunication again by Phoenix Rising leads to the clearance by Charlie Lyon.
Yeah, just been a little sloppy, that final ball from Phoenix there. Drogba had time and just sort of lofted it into space, and there was nobody there.
Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com.
More sloppiness there. That was awful from Ramage.
And out for the goal kick, and this is similar to what we saw after the first 10 minutes of the first half, where we just saw a lot of long balls trying to find the feet downfield and some sloppy passes, and no doubt the fatigue has got to be settling in this California heat. And now a nice touch by Melito Fernandez, a little too heavy off the head. He is frustrated, and that will be a throw-in for Phoenix.
Yeah, he hasn't been involved much tonight at all. He's that solo attacker almost, with Villalobos and Stefanovic behind him. He needs to get that service, and he's not getting it tonight yet.
And Cody Wakasa, there was little contact. This will be a free kick awarded against Orange County. They'll drop that back for Josh Cohen. Has not been tested too terribly tonight. We featured him in the pregame segment, and again, he has definitely done his job in the few opportunities that he has had to face. A couple close calls with some decent crosses from Orange County across the face of goal. And both of these keepers have bent, but yet to break. Now Bravo bringing pressure.
Good work from Muse there.
And Muse has done excellent in that left back position. Mentioned earlier on that he did score a penalty in their last contest against Timbers 2.
This game's just missing a bit of edge, a bit of quickness, a bit of speed of thought, speed of pass. It's just been very slow pace, as we said. The weather might have something to do with it. Alvarez has shown a bit of it since he's come in, but nothing creative has come out of it yet.
Maybe a little bit of the broadcaster's curse as well. I said I'd be shocked to see a 0-0 draw before we kicked off, but that's what we've got right now. And Cohen coming far off his line and able to clear it out and away. And Muse will have the throw. And we did talk with head coach Patrice Carteron, who said he would be surprised if this wasn't a high-scoring game, as Melito Fernandez lines one up, and a diving save. Opportunity for the putback, maybe for Stefanovic. Instead, cleared away, but what an effort. And there was Josh Cohen, the one that we were expecting and featuring before kickoff, and showing why he was our man to watch. But Melito Fernandez with his second dagger of the game, and that one just missing a chance to give Orange County the lead.
Yep, first bit of space he's had out there in a while, and a rasping shot. Probably forced the best save of the night from Cohen.
Now Chaplow. As he is just slightly shoved off the ball after a heavy touch. and sent forward, and there is some contact, and again, the center referee,
that was a great cut in.
Badawi.
Ramage gave him a little too much space. A great strike. Comfortable height for Cohen. Did have to get across quickly. That was well struck.
You saw it bouncing off the pitch a little bit, but great control by Wilito Fernandez. You used to look like that in goal, didn't you, Ross?
I still do on occasion. There's no video evidence, but I can attest to it.
I think I'll have to take your word for it on that one.
The problem is I feel it a lot more in the morning than I used to.
As we see the back line for Phoenix. And just, again, trying to get that reset, taking a little breather. And anticipate in about 15 or 20 minutes or so, we'll have another hydration break like we did in the 30th minute. And it is one of the toughest things about American soccer is the many different climates, Ross, that some of these teams have to play in. We mentioned Phoenix sometimes playing in the 100 and teens. It's kind of shocking that they still expect to play a World Cup in that Phoenix type weather in 2022.
Let's not go there. That's a long story.
And now Drogba trying to skip one through, looking for Avila. And they will call the foul. Another veteran draw by Chaplow. The reason he's got that captain's armband. Very experienced, very knowledgeable. And we've seen both of our Premier League veterans in this match draw some pretty soft fouls so far early in this second half.
Smart stuff. You know you're waiting that contact. Taking it, go down on your own accord and take the free kick.
Fernandez gets ahead to it, has the height advantage. Clear back towards midfield. And there's been a lot of those kind of 50-50 balls where either an OC player or a Phoenix player is kind of held up and tried to draw contact, but Malik Badawi has swallowed his whistle quite frequently. And the offside flag was raised, and now they get the throw, and the players are just as confused as we were. I believe that initial pass, it looked like Gustavo Villalobos was offside, and that's what the flag was raised for.
Yeah, I think the linesman might want that one back. Villalobos stopped his run. The flag still went up, and that threw everybody off. And then the linesman put his flag back down again.
Now Chaplow gets a chest. The interception on the throw. Opportunity. Villalobos lines up a shot. Diving to his right and saving again. Josh Cohen doing a fantastic job, and they're going to say that went out past touch. It'll be a corner kick, but Orange County with some new life in the second half.
Yeah, Villalobos looking for a goal in a third straight game. Found, just like Wilito did a little minute ago, found a lot of space about 20 yards out, had a good strike. A good save again by Cohen.
And that one of those dangerous knuckling balls by Villalobos. Almost no rotation, a very hard ball to defend, as you know, Ross.
Yep, Cohen was in the right spot there. He actually came across to that right side.
In-swinger getting a foot to it, and now Pineda just mishits it off the outside of his foot and over the bar for a goal kick.
Yeah, OC starting to get back into this game a little bit here. 2 good chances in the last 5 minutes. Phoenix got to wake up. Got a new centre-back pairing here with Didier and Ramage. You'd like to keep those centre-back pairings consistent. Here's the shot again from Pineda.
I'm sure Wilito Fernandez would love to have that one back, as it just clicked off of his toes before going over to Victor Pineda. But some quality chances for Orange County. Now Phoenix trying to get back on the attack. Cut back by Amadou Dia. Now we see Orange County pressing high, trying to bring the pressure, while Phoenix Rising is in their defensive half. And then finally Josh Cohen clears it back across midfield.
The next substitution for Phoenix will be interesting to see. Will they be happy to settle for this 0-0 draw, or will they want to put a little more throw a little more at it in the last 25 minutes. Maybe bring a Jason Johnson on. Be interesting to see.
Eric Avila. Now back. Here's Blair Gavin. Gavin tries to swing one, gets a little off the rotation there, goes off the head of Drogba, and then cleared back forward. And they are going to say offside on the former Chelsea legend. Charlie Lyon, no doubt, has appreciated this little break and trying to put some of that momentum away from Josh Cohen. And those last few minutes of the first half, he was definitely put to the test, and Josh Cohen had been fairly untested, but that has changed in the second half.
It's like Monday, a team's having to check. I think he had a foot up, and here comes the card.
And will Lito Fernandez, or it will be Monday A team that will get the yellow card in the 64th minute. Was when it was raised, and again, he had a talking to moments after he subbed on in the first half for Carlos Alvarez. So that's going to be another player to watch coming. He was a very physical player in the first half when he got his minutes, and now we see finally entering Malik Badawi's book. And Drogba taken down, and now we're going to see a dangerous opportunity for Phoenix Rising FC from just a little over 20, call it 25 yards out. And I'm pretty sure Didier Drogba is going to want to take this, as now him and Victor Pineda are explaining exactly what happened.
He went down very easily, and Drogba is trying to explain exactly what happened. That the arm shoulder was over him, and that forced him to go down. But he went down very easily. And yeah, looks like he's definitely going to take a crack at this one.
I'm sure Didier Drogba also let Victor Pineda know that he was scoring goals in the Premier League before Pineda was born. And now you see two of the bigger names in the United Soccer League, Didier Drogba and Omar Bravo, having a quick conference. Drogba's either going to try to take this himself or possibly do a quick little short touch for Omar Bravo to try and clear it off the wall after it breaks apart.
I know where my money's on.
Top right corner. We'll take a look. Drogba stands over, 25 yards out. Tries to put it on target, and Charlie Lyon guesses right and is able to keep Drogba out of the back of the net and keep this a scoreless tie. And again, we talked about it in the first half, just the little effort that Drogba seems to put when kicking the ball. He just makes everything look so easy. Where some of these guys you're seeing overexert themselves on some of their efforts. Every touch from Didier Drogba just seems so simple. As there you see the flicks to himself, and then the off-foot pass to Eric Avila into the box. Some great possession by Avila. Now finds Bravo. Now Bravo tries to line up a shot. Instead, it is Joe Franco there. It'll go off his knee and out for a corner kick for Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, Avila did well there. He found himself a little isolated in the middle. Was looking for help from Bravo, who was a little too far out wide. But didn't have to force the corner.
Now the in-swinger. 7th corner for Phoenix Rising. That one towards the middle, headed out safely. Now trying to line one back up. Drogba well offside. The diving header is wide! What an effort, but offside anyway. We'll take a look and see what Omar Bravo did. Just a beautiful setup by Phoenix Rising and almost a go-ahead goal.
Like a hopeful ball here from Vasquez, but Bravo didn't look offside. He wasn't complaining much, though. That almost sneaked in the far corner.
The second effort off of his head, and the first one going off the bar and over. That one just going wide, but a nice chance for Phoenix Rising. This game has evened out quite a bit in the second half. Dangerous pass back, and Cohen just safe to boot that one back into the stands towards the Great Park Balloon. Now Fernandez. And taken away, Drogba trying to get through, and another veteran call. Knowing exactly where his defender was, charges forward. Chaplow pleading his case. Remind you, the USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news and information by visiting uslsoccer.com and follow them on Twitter @USL.
Yeah, Drogba was at it again with the ref. It was Pineda again with the foul. So I think he wanted the yellow card for the repeated infringements. Pineda just changed his line of run, gave Drogba the shoulder. That was more of a foul than the last one, no doubt.
That is the third straight foul on Drogba from Victor Pineda, so that is definitely why Drogba was pleading his case into the box. Chaplow gets a foot to it. Now forward, and has a charging, I believe that was Villalobos.
A great ball from Stefanovic. Didier done some good work tonight there, moving from full back to center back. Did enough to put Villalobos off that one.
Now with the throw-in.
Looks like it might be Villalobos' last play of the day.
Also a time to take a little breather as we approach just about 20 minutes remaining in the second half. Not sure exactly what the holdup is, and Chaplow just having some words with the center official.
Your attention, please. Entering the game for Orange County is number 22, Kevin Jung. He replaces Gustavo Villalobos.
And it looks like Kevin Jung will be coming in for Gustavo Villalobos. The 71st minute of play. Chested up strongly, dangerous position. Kevin Jung, a local from Irvine, California.
This will be his first action in a while.
Now Stefanovic tries to get into the 18, a low cross, cleared away. Now back for Chaplow. Wanting the ball in front of the face of goal and headed out by Phoenix. That will be a corner kick for Orange County, and Stefanovic will stand over it.
There is Kevin Jung there, only 23, already played in Germany and Spain. Clearly being trusted here by Logan Paws with possibly getting this winning goal at home.
Looks like this might be Muse taking the corner and sends it in and headed out by Drogba. Chaplow finds the foot of Pineda, and that's finally touched up and out of play. It'll be a throw for Phoenix Rising. They hope to rise in the USL Western Conference standings. They will need to get a goal in this final 20 minutes. And headed out. Again, just some of that sloppy deep passing that we've been talking about all game. Just after you get these moments of high adrenaline and lots of shots on goal, seem to revert back to the kind of sloppy passing and miscommunications. As now Avila gets one forward. Possible chance for Phoenix. Drogba trying to set up Matt Watson, and Chaplow taken down, and he will get the foul. Just got his ankles tripped up a little bit. Orange County now will go back onto the attack.
So Kevin Jung's going to set up on that left side. Looks like Mandieti may have pushed forward a little bit. Fernandez dropping back.
Fans, don't forget the next home game for Orange County, July 16th. Seattle Sounders 2. That'll be 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 o'clock Eastern time. On the charge, tracking out and out for a goal kick, Avila. And talking about if you wanted a pair of fresh legs, Eric Avila can definitely provide them. And coming in as that second half substitution has shown a little bit as far as getting that attack forward for Phoenix Rising, just unable to break through in the 18 and get a ton of solid chances on. The ball will stay with Phoenix. And into Drogba. And a dangerous clearance. Trying to keep it in, and it is just touched up. An unlucky break for Blair Gavin as that one just sat on the touchline. And then magically, I don't know how that happened, but Joe Franco was able to put that off of Blair Gavin's shins and out for the goal kick.
Just waiting for that one little bounce to bounce somebody's way, it seems, tonight when it's been in the dangerous areas. The ball hasn't fallen for, especially for OC tonight.
Fans, stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern on SiriusXM FC, Channel 85. Also, don't forget SiriusXM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Now Muse, bringing it up, has space to run. Tries to get by one. Trying to get around Matt Watson. Got some open midfielders. Now Chaplow will drop it back towards midfield. Now Chaplow with space. Out wide for Franco. Stevanovic, one man to beat, drops it back to Chaplow. Trying to set it up. Into the box, cleared back out, Franco. Now Chaplow again. Now Stevanovic fakes the cross, brings it back towards the top of the 18. Touched away and intercepted. And Phoenix Rising.
That was poor from Chaplow there. Some good possession by OC, but given away. Nothing comes of it.
Drogba sticks with it. And he is taken down hard. And that was Monday A-team. That's going to be dangerous. I don't believe it was. That was Lito Fernandez. See Fernandez just getting a little antsy, and Drogba made a little bit of a meal of it.
Good knee to the thigh, though. That'll sting.
Now Fernandez having some words with the center referee, Malik Badawi.
Just telling him, I just wanted to tell my kids I fouled Didier Drogba.
Let's hope his kids aren't old Chelsea fans. And again, some poor passing, and this time contact made. Muse. And Muse with an instant yellow card. Again, an unnecessary foul, and now
come on, boys.
Pushed everybody. And again, frustrations starting to build.
Yeah, it was clumsy for me. I don't know whether it deserved a card, but Didier always in there wanting to say something. He actually last week, I think he almost took that yellow card last week in place of his boy Bravo, who would have been suspended if he'd taken that fifth. I'll see another replay. And it was, yeah, it was definitely clumsy from me. Looks a lot clumsier on replay.
And now Drogba, knowing that he's going to enter the officials' book as well.
The yellow card has been issued to Orange County's Roy Muse in the 78th minute.
Malik Badawi probably saying, look, I don't want to do this.
So Bravo's almost telling the referee, are you going to use that yellow card or are you going to put it away?
Drogba almost egging him on.
Yeah, I think Badawi just had enough of Drogba's nonsense, and as you can see, Miguel Tim trying to tell Drogba to relax.
And this is an interesting situation. Drogba coming over to talk to the fourth. And Drogba has to be careful if he takes much more of it.
I think his teammates, there's
And
the
there finally,
final.
after about a minute and a half of deliberation, and now you can see Malik Badawi clearly saying, "Don't touch me." And now he's got to definitely settle. And you can see these guys are definitely fatigued. These jerseys, these white jerseys, you can see are soaked in perspiration. And this is an interesting conference over the last 2 or 3 minutes, and this time will definitely get added on. And now Drogba shoving John.
It's all getting a little silly now. The ref needs to gain control here. He's too busy writing the card in the book. He needs to come in there, show some authority, stop this nonsense.
Again, I don't think there's a doubt in anyone's mind on the field that Didier Drogba is the best player on the pitch as far as his resume is concerned, and they're definitely trying to get into his head and draw that second yellow and get him out of here. That would be a huge loss for Phoenix.
Well, looks like we finally come to our senses here on the field.
Those of you that are watching, we thank you for spending that last 6 minutes of craziness with us. Completely and totally unnecessary. As now Drogba tries to blast one through. Chaplow able to get some possession, and you can see the frustration on the face of Didier Drogba and his body language. I was going to say, there's usually a couple sayings that usually apply to hockey games that we could have said about that last little interaction, and now Drogba in the box. Booted away, now John giving chase. Into the corner is Watson. Trying to get through, he's tugged a little. The assistant referee says it was able to be kept in. Now Avila looking for space, and now clearing, and that is going to be an instant foul. Charlie Lyon going up against him and winning that battle.
If Drogba thought he was going to walk into this league and own things, he's going to be sorely wrong. This was a good play by Lyon to come out and claim this one. Brave from Drogba, brave.
And again, knowing that Didier Drogba is jumping up against you, I was expecting to see a punch, and instead goes for it and takes down the big Ivory Coast striker. And we've seen this with a lot of players that have come over from the English Premier League, Ross, and not just in USL, but also in Major League Soccer, as far as just, you know, thinking that it was going to be a cakewalk coming in here and then having to face these teams. And now we're going to see a free kick.
It's going to be another yellow card, I would think.
As Josh Cohen goes to reach it, and the assistant referee, he does not need his help.
No, it was clearly handled outside the box by Cohen. Let's take another look at it. He's inside to begin, and then the ball comes out.
Monday
Yeah,
A-team and
there.
Josh Cohen. So this is going to be an opportunity for Orange County. A tough call to make for the center referee from his particular angle. And now we're going to have another minute or so of conference trying to change Malik Badawi's mind, but I believe that was the right call.
Yeah, the Phoenix players are asking Badawi why he didn't consult the AR, but that was clearly a good few inches outside of the box from Cohen. This could result in a great chance here for OC.
Again, the USL has had a lot of work with some specific games that have used VAR. That's one of those cases that would and could be used in the future. Obviously not active for this game, but now probably the best set piece chance for Orange County so far tonight.
Cohen's lucky not to get a yellow card there. Usually when the goalkeeper handles outside the box.
Almost treated as an intentional handball.
Yeah, he was very lucky there. Looks like Muse, Chaplow
and
behind this one.
Chaplow. You can be sure if Orange County capitalizes here that the tempers for Phoenix will rise. Muse tries to fire through, and what a goal! Roy Muse from exactly 18 yards out, left-footed, sneaks it in. And Orange County take the 1-0 lead.
Great left-footed strike from the Belgian. See if the wall moved here. It looked like he had a little bit of space on the end of the wall.
Who needs to curl it over? He sneaks it straight through, fires a bullet. The wall just breaks up and somehow finds its way past Josh Cohen to give OC the 1-0 lead.
See if Phoenix make a change here soon.
Again, in a game that has seemed to favor Phoenix for most of it, the last 5 minutes is definitely, or 5 to 10 minutes, has shown the momentum shift in favor of Orange County. And you know, the psychological game that Phoenix has been playing with some of the fouls being drawn by the likes of Didier, Drogba, and Omar Bravo. There we see the poor giveaway again by Phoenix. And now Wilito Fernandez trying to line up another opportunity. Stevanovic tries to curl one. The outside of his foot almost sneaks it in. That was Muse's third goal of the season, coming in the 84th minute.
So we might be getting a substitution here.
You see a frustrated Patrice Carteron, as I believe that was Matt Watson subbing off.
To see if Jason Johnson's the man who comes on for him, the Jamaican international. Let's take a look.
Now sent in, finds Drogba's head. Bravo with a chance, and there again is Charlie Lyon. Lyon boots one. And it is Adair Areola. Coming in for Matt Watson.
So they may have made two changes. AJ Gray's apparently on the field as well. There's Gray now on the ball.
Drogba with the chest, as Gray has entered as well. And Blair Gavin, that will be the end of his day. Now another opportunity, and now for a goal kick. AJ Gray, the Canadian, used to play for the old iteration of Orange County, the old OC Blues. Again, they've undergone the rebranding that we talked about, as has Phoenix Rising. Great to see the crowd locally in Irvine, California, again, weathering these hot heats. Coming out in full force. Again, we mentioned in the pregame that they've experienced over 150% growth as far as their average attendance. Last season, only about 1,000 players in the coming here to Great Park, and this year averaging a little over 2,500. That one headed away and out for a corner.
We'll see if Gray injects that bit of pace that Phoenix needs here in these, well, 3 minutes of regular time, but we're obviously going to have a pretty significant amount of injury time.
I believe that's Victor Pineda. After he had that defensive header to clear the ball, his head is shaken up, and I know all levels of professional soccer have definitely cracked down whenever a player shows any kind of signs of head injury. The trainer is almost out immediately, and that is not a good sign for Victor Pineda.
Clearly in some distress here. Feeling that contact.
And as we look at the score as we come to the final waning minutes of this match, 1-0 in favor of Orange County, and it's because of this man right here, Charlie Lyon, the goalkeeper, as that one was the first headed attempt by Omar Bravo, just missing the bar. But then, of course, this shot right here, a game-saving and possibly saving 3 points, as you see Drogba from 45 yards out trying to sneak that one under, and Charlie Lyon able to get a hand to it. And then another shot there by Drogba as we go back live, as we see Kevin Junn trying to get through a little contact.
Yeah, so when you've allowed 7 goals in the last 2 games, you want a calming presence from your goalkeeper. And Lyon's been that tonight. Hasn't made any spectacular saves, but he's been there when they've needed him to be.
Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit nikesoccer.com. Now Drogba had an opportunity to shoot from distance, poked away. And now Chaplow back the other way, trying to take off as much time from the clock as humanly possible. And surprisingly only looking at 4 minutes of stoppage time, and Charlie Lyon going to draw as much time here in the box before finally scooping it. This game has been a great example of why the USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news and information by visiting www.uslsoccer.com, and be sure to follow them on Twitter at USL. Kind of shocked at only 4 minutes of stoppage time in this second half, as we see AJ Gray just outside of the box, knowing that Phoenix needs to get a few shots off. And some contact drawn, and Fernandez has quietly been a nice defensive force, even though playing up top for Orange County, as far as keeping the ball out of the box.
Yeah, I've seen done a great job with Drogba tonight. You know you're going to get those moments. If you can limit those moments and limit his chances, oh, we might get one
And
here.
now Drogba with the volley and over the bar. An opportunity, had a chance to set it up, flick it to himself. Lines up a volley right at his waist and unable to duck it under.
Yeah, floating ball in. Drogba brings it down with that right foot, strikes it with the left, but just couldn't keep it down.
You
See
see
a great chance.
Just that effortless touch from Didier Drogba, and you can see the face on some of the fans were almost expecting a goal there. And Drogba, his frustration, you can tell. He was having fun in the first half. Not so much fun finding Phoenix Rising down 1-0. And forward. 90th minute plus the third right now, just about 2 remaining. Unfortunately for Josh Cohen right now, his lone mental mistake is what has kept this difference in the scoreboard after that beautiful shot by Muse, as it finds Bravo's head again, and Drogba tries to line up another volley and can't get to it. Just a slight miss hit. Phoenix still putting on the pressure in these final moments. Drogba with a little contact and no foul. Miguel Tim tries to switch it into the box and just overrun by Junn, and almost a handball called. They wanted one, and now a free kick opportunity for Phoenix Rising. What an opportune time as AJ Gray goes down. This is a dangerous spot for Orange County right now.
Like another look at this one, and we'll get one. Gray had possession. Yeah, Fernandez a little careless with that left foot, caught Gray on the side of the knee, and that was enough. Probably the right call.
Drogba with a chance at redemption, as well as finding a late equalizer from about 22 yards out.
Gonna wonder how much is left in those legs. He looks tired. Hands on hips, hands on knees.
All eyes on Charlie Lyon. Drogba curls it up and in! Oh my goodness! At the death again in the 90-minute plus 4. Drogba with a beautiful free kick and the equalizer. Orange County last week against Timbers 2, able to equalize at the death, and now Drogba has done the same.
Talked about OC's problem with set pieces. The wall didn't quite do its job there, getting over to the left enough, and left Charlie Lyon with no chance. He's an angry man right now. And a happy man.
And you can see him saying some opportune words, and there you see some members of La Furia Roja 1881 and the Banditos, the supporter groups for Phoenix Rising. And Drogba, that is one intense man. What a finish. 2 incredible free kicks. And Orange County's struggles against the set piece continue.
Said you had to limit Drogba's chances, and giving away a free kick on the edge of the box in injury time is not exactly limiting Drogba's
And now
chances.
an opportunity for John. One last opportunity, maybe to steal 3 points. Bravo into the box. And that is how we will end after 95 minutes. What an incredible game, and what a finish. Goals in the 84th and 94th minutes, and you can see the Orange County players showing their displeasure with center official Malik Badawi. Now Drogba going to probably come over and shake some hands and apologize, maybe. Oh, and look at that. That's not going to be talked about often, but he just completely snubbed Malik Badawi at the end.
I mean, I think the call was correct for the free kick. He gave him the opportunity to tie the game. It was a clumsy foul, which you can't give up in injury time, especially with a man like Didier Drogba. And he made them pay.
Some high intensity between Orange County and Phoenix Rising in the first half, and then Orange County's goal in the 84th looked like that was going to be it. But then, of course, the multi-time Premier League champ in Didier Drogba able to equalize at the death. And what a game we saw today. We'll have a wrap-up for you momentarily. That is how we will finish. This is Orange County SC Phoenix Rising. They finish at 1-1. And we will, you see now the players just shaking hands. We will be back with some highlights and the conclusion.
We built the USL into the largest Division II professional soccer league in the world. And now the time has come to announce USL Division III, America's professional third division league, completing the U.S. pro soccer landscape. It's time for your town, your team, your game. D3 will fuel local pride and local passion, creating a new legacy for the beautiful game and inspiring its tribal following across the country. This is professional soccer, built on a disciplined financial model and operational excellence, featuring exciting venues to thrill fans, in hungry new markets yearning for the game. USL Division III, professional, passionate, proven. Pro soccer starts here, coming in 2019. For more information, visit usld3.com.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment to make a moment.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
And welcome back to Orange County Great Park in Irvine, California. Ryan Sudol and Ross Davenport. The final today, Orange County SC 1, Phoenix Rising FC 1. And again, that might look like an uneventful scoreline, but let me tell you, the way that we got there was anything but uneventful. And we will show you the highlights. You see a couple of good crosses, some beautiful saves. That one coming from Roy Muse, who would be the star for Orange County later. But Victor Vasquez had some early chances in the first half. And also Drogba. The cross finds the head of Omar Bravo off the bar. And again, it looked like it might not be Phoenix Rising's day. A couple of great opportunities, and then Drogba with the bomb of the free kick. And Charlie Lyon, just what an incredible day leading up to that final minute. Again, you see the other attempt from Drogba. But later on, it would be the third time that would be the charm. Almost had an opportunity there before being cleared away by Oscar Sordo. And you see a Josh Cohen save. A couple other great opportunities. And Wilito Fernandez. Ross, we talked about it. Kind of the curse of the broadcasters. I just complimented his defending. That will eventually lead to the game tying goal. You see Cohen there. Drogba had an opportunity, and Charlie Lyon again great in the net. And that one whipped. This one very close. Omar Bravo whistled for offside. And now Fernandez with a hard foul on Drogba that led to some unnecessary comments, and then finally Drogba getting taken down just moments after that foul by Charlie Lyon, and then falling on top of him. And now this is what led to the go-ahead goal for OC, and Muse just tucks it in to the post and puts OC up 1-0. The Belgian defender with what a strike. And then finally, Drogba, after Wilito Fernandez takes down AJ Gray, the free kick goes near post and just beats Charlie Lyon in the 94th. And that is how we got to the final, 1-1. Drogba and Muse are the stars of the game. As we take a look at, see some of these stats, and just look at the unevenness in the shots. 18 shots for Phoenix, 5 on target, only 7 for Orange County, but it didn't matter, as the one that mattered today was goals, and it was one apiece, possession at 50-50.
Yep, the first time in a long time Phoenix haven't lost the possession battle. It weren't too great with their accuracy on the shots, but I think they'll take a point from this. I think they'll take that point away from home, especially in the way they tied it late.
Yes. And again, Ross, just an incredible game, and what we had thought was going to be a high-scoring affair with some suspended players for Orange County, as well as just the firepower on Phoenix, ended up being a lot closer than we had originally thought.
Yep, and we knew Drogba would have an impact, as everybody expected. We didn't expect it to be that late, but it was a great strike to tie it up.
And from Irvine, California, that is the scene. The final, yet again, 1-1. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If you're a fan